I'm Daphne Richards. Our question this week is when and how should daylilies and irises be divided? A good rule of thumb for flowering plants is to perform any routine maintenance after they finish flowering, usually in the opposite season. Daylilies and irises are spring bloomers, so fall is a great time to divide them. Since they grow from underground stems, daylilies and irises are prone to overcrowding and need to be dug up and divided at least every few years. If not divided, the plants will continue to grow, but will produce fewer flowers or stop flowering altogether. Daylilies are bulbs and can be pulled apart into separate plants, but irises are rhizomes that will need to be cut into separate pieces. Both can be rather prolific in the right conditions and will easily grow into a very large colony in just a year or two. Since you likely are not leaving precious garden real estate vacant in your landscape waiting for your iris or daylilies to form large enough colonies for you to divide and spread them, it would be a good idea to find a few friends who might adopt your pass-along plants and maybe even trade some of their heirloom plants for yours. With both, you'll want to first loosen the soil with a spading fork, taking care not to damage the colony if at all possible. Once you have them out of the ground, wash away the soil from around the roots so you can see where to pull apart or cut them. And look for the healthiest pieces to replant. Any shrunken or soft pieces should be discarded, as should any pieces which have holes in them, which might indicate borers. Daylilies prefer a little more rich soil than irises, so if you need to amend your beds with a little organic matter, now would be a good time to do so. Trim back the leaves on both, leaving about 6 inches of top growth. Also, prune away any roots that appear to be dried out or dead. If possible, dip the cut-ins of your rhizomes of your irises lightly in a bit of sulfur, which will inhibit rotting until the cut surface heals. When replanting, don't go too deep. With irises, cover the roots completely, but the base of the plant, where the rhizome and the leaves are joined, should be just at ground level and even exposed a bit. Daylilies should also be planted rather shallowly, with the bulbs laid on top of the planting area, then covered with a thin layer of soil and gently firmed in place. Our plant this week is Xylosma congestum, known commonly as shiny xylosma. This shrubby plant is rather versatile and may be easily trained into a small tree shape. It can be left shrubby or also pruned into a hedge. Xylosma will grow to about 6 feet tall and spread equally as wide or slightly wider, but it can get larger if conditions are right. Plant in full sun or light shade and water regularly, but not overly. I would consider Xylosma to be a medium water use plant in Central Texas. Evergreen in mild winters, deciduous when temps drop below freezing, and root hardy into the teens, Xylosma should be reliable through most winters with very little care. It does tend toward a shrubby habit, so if you would prefer a tree shape, consider starting with an older plant that's well on its way to being properly trained when you purchase it. Our viewer picture this week comes from Doris, who recently revamped her front yard, replacing grass with colorful, wildlife-attracting perennials. We'd love to hear from you, so please visit us at klru.org to send us your questions, pictures, and video from your garden.